Hello? Oh, that's going to be annoying. Hello? Hello? Okay. Oh, I've got a delay. Let me try and mute that one and not that one. Hello? Can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear it. Fingers crossed. When it arrived, my hubby said, Hayley, it's broken. That is the idea. We are going to fix it. Yes, Sandra can hear. Yeah. Good. Right. I think we're good to go. I'm good, thank you, Liam. How are you? Are you doing something creative today? So we are learning how to do Kintsugi, which is the Japanese art of fixing broken plates, pottery, or whatever you would like to fix. Oh, good. Penny's on Facebook. Cool. And hopefully you should be able to see the two screens, which will probably be easier because then you've got this view and my face. I look like Bang Chan from Stray Kids. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to say thank you. So I'm hoping it is a compliment. Right, Diane's there. Hello, everybody. We are here. Finally, it's working. It's a good thing I went online 10 minutes early because it's taken 20 minutes to get everything working. But I think we are live now from Instagram, TikTok on Curious Octopus Art, Facebook, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. We're all on live. We're live everywhere. Right, so just to recap, we are learning tonight Kintsugi, which is the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery. It has really poignant meanings, and I really felt like the whole thing was about healing trauma and the things that we feel have damaged us, changed us, celebrating the fact that it's making us more unique. However, what I've realized in the making of this Kintsugi, especially with the ones I made with my children, it's also so much about the patience involved in the healing and the celebrating and the beauty in the uniqueness. So yes, these are very unique, not very straight. This one didn't line up very well because they got a bit too excited and wanted to do it too quickly. So we're not going to do that today, are we? We are going to enjoy the process. And if you are a very I don't want to say impulsive, but impatient maybe person, a little bit like me. We're going to sit together and we're really going to try and be patient together because we need patience for this craft. Right. Are we good? Hi, Charlotte. Other Charlotte. I see that you're there. So if you, ignore the hate comments. Oh, have I got hate comments already? I didn't even see them. I missed them. But do you know what? Hate comments gets a bit more engagement, doesn't it? So bring it on. Let's go. I mean, it would be nice if everybody was nice, wouldn't it? But, you know, haters got to hate. Right. So open your box. Have a little look inside. Move this over so you can see it. We have our little mixing palette. Again, be very careful. So in here you have your broken plate and a plate that hopefully, thanks to Royal Mail, will not be broken. You also have your Kintsugi kit and some gloves. I've got a feeling there are gloves in this Kintsugi kit, but I like to give a few extra because, you know, we like making a mess. Who's got the rest of my plate? Sorry, Sue. You're going to have to work it out. I hope you have got a whole plate. Right. Is anybody here doing a different craft project tonight? Because this is what I love, is that we have the chance to just do anything creative. It's just good for us to do something creative. Now I have tried, move this out of the way so it's not so rustly. I've tried to just do a few cracks in each of them. Obviously, when you're smashing plates, it's quite hard to get them all to smash evenly. Well, not evenly, but not too much, because as much as we want these, we want to be able to do some work on this, it does take time and it does take patience. This is actually quite a simple one. Some of you may have more cracks in your plates. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bits to repair. All of you will have a completely different plate. And how beautiful is that? So we are already celebrating the unique plates. Right, let me just check. Who's got the hand up? Oh, and they're good. I just got 2 broken plates. Just broken one a bit more. I mean, so if you are feeling, the first one is definitely a bit more simple. So I would recommend just trying this craft with the simple couple of breaks, because it is more difficult than you think sometimes. Right, so shall we start? Shall we get on? Is everybody there? I have a smashing 8 pieces. Hayley, do you know what? I did actually kind of, there were a few people that I was thinking, oh, I don't know your skill level, but you have a few more breaks and I'm hoping that you can handle it. So I've obviously thought you can handle it, Hayley. Right, shall we open our Kintsugi kits? Thank you. This is 25. Thank you very much. And thanks for all the likes. 2.5 thousand likes on TikTok already. Right. Oh, yeah, we do have some more gloves in here. We have a paintbrush. We have our resin. So we have 2 different types of resin. And when you mix the 2, they react to each other and they become very solid. We have gold powder. This is really strong. So I guarantee you'll probably use a bit too much at the beginning. It really goes far. So that is lovely stuff. You'll have loads left over and you can use in your other crafting kits or crafting adventures, I'd like to say. Right. Is everybody okay? We've got this, gang. We have, Hayley. I like your attitude. Right. Are we ready? Let's go. So put some gloves on. You don't have to. If you'd rather not, you don't have to. But I'm going to put some gloves on. I might take my rings off because they're a bit bulky, chunky. I love your attitude, Hayley. We're in it together. We're all going to make this together. Are we all gloved up? And please make sure you keep your comments coming. I mean, once you've got your hands tied in this, we're going to have to just hold it, okay? Right. Shall we get moving with this? Right, you have two different types of epoxy resin. You've got an A and a B. It's the same sticker on there, but they've marked it A and B. Doesn't matter which one you put in first, but you need an equal amount of both of these resins. I am going to start with my two small pieces, okay? I would recommend that you lay your plate out so you know exactly where everything's going to go. I might turn this round so that these bits are closer to me. So before we mix anything, get the two first pieces you're going to stick together. Hold them together and notice you think that they're in the right place and then it just slots in perfectly. So have a little go. It will feel like it's nearly there and then at some point it's almost like the crack disappears. This one isn't actually doing that. There we go. It doesn't quite disappear, but you can hold it together and can you notice, see there's the crack, and once you get that sweet spot, it's exactly right and it just slots right in. So if you hold it together, this is the position we are going to be holding for about 3-4 minutes for each bit. When we've got the resin ready, we're going to hold it and we're going to make sure that it's as straight as possible and as aligned as it should be as possible, and then we're going to have a little chat. And you probably can't type to me because both of your hands are going to be holding this piece of resin as still as possible, and this is where the patience comes in, okay? We're going to do, because I'm going to do a little bit of resin, because I'm going to only stick a little piece of the china together, we're only going to do a little bit of resin. So I think with this small amount, we're going to mix the resin every time we stick a piece together. You don't just mix a load and then stick it on because it cures really fast. It will feel really slow when we're holding it together, but if it cures in 3 minutes, we're going to have to mix some more every time. But this is the patience. Just go with it. Just enjoy it. So if you open your gold, your paintbrush is going to be used just for the gold. It is not going to get resin on it. Is it? Is it? It is not going to get resin on it. We want it to stay dry. Okay. So the gold is open. The paintbrush is open. Are we all ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I see no thumbs ups. Where are you all? Have you got... Hello, Victoria. How are you? So the people that aren't doing the Kintsugi, you can stick around and you can have a conversation with me because you're the only people that are going to be able to... Oh, Hayley's giving me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Hi, Jimmy. Can't open the gold. Is there... Oh, it should just be a twist. It's just a screw off top. Thanks for the loves, Jimmy. Is it opened? Just loving listening. Oh, hello. We need to catch up. I haven't seen you for ages. Penny, have you opened the gold? You get Ray to give you a hand. Is everybody ready? It's just Hayley ready. It's just me and you, Hayley. I hope everybody's ready. Charlotte's ready. Right. I'm going to go ahead. We're just going to do a little bit. We probably just need a small pea's worth. I don't know if you want to... oh, good. Well done, Penny. I don't know if you want to watch me do the whole thing first. I'll hold it still and then I'll talk you through it. Should we do that? Right, I'm going to do a small pea's worth. Let me move this so that Instagrammers can see it as well. Actually, should I move that? There we go. Oh, you can see all the junk on there. That's good, isn't it? Have a look. All my kids' stuff. Move it back a little bit. Right. I did not do the painting behind me. My friend Sarah did it for me. She's a very good body painter and artist and a lovely friend. Right. I'm going to do just a small amount of A. Can you see? Maybe like a small P. Actually, that's the B. And then the A. So if you just watch, it smells a bit weird. So just roughly the same amount of both of them. We're going to get a tiny bit of gold. You don't need much at all. Just whatever you can have on the paintbrush. Can you see that tiny amount? It's probably going to fall off. Okay. You see that tiny amount there? Tiny amount there. Right, I'm going to just drop it in. Actually, maybe a little bit more. But you really don't need that much. And also, we're going to add it on top at the end. Get one of your wooden stirrers. Mix it all in. Mix, 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 mix. So from now these have mixed, we have, that is actually quite a lot. That could probably do my big, I was going to say, that could probably do my big crack. Right, it's mixed up. We're not going to do that much, okay? I'm going to try and do this so that everybody can see it. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit along the edge. It's lovely when this squidges out the edge and it's really satisfying, but we actually don't want it to squidge out the edge too much because it takes longer to dry. Can you see how much I've got on the edge of there? I don't know if I need to do that. It's not a lot at all. You see? I'm trying to show all the cameras. So the tiniest amount. Okay, I now need to, I mean, you should be able to do this a bit quicker. So, and then I'm going to stick it together and it squidges out just a little bit, but not too much. And then we're going to try and get that sweet spot and hold it. We are not going to put it down and hope that it stays in the right place. We are going to sit and hold and be patient. Okay, right, would you guys like to have a go? So you get your A epoxy and your B epoxy. Put an even amount of both of them. I'm trying to be still at the same time. A little sprinkle of gold. We are going to add some more gold later, so don't worry if it's not really gold, because when it's still a little bit sticky right at the end, we can add more gold onto it, okay? So if you mix the two together, we'll do the next one together. Also, when you're adding the resin to the crack, don't do it right to the edge of the crack, if you know what I mean. No, do it right to the edge, but where the plate is going to join the next bit of plate. So I've got two pieces here. Where they join, right at the bottom, is also going to join to that plate. I don't want a big blob of resin sticking out so that it then doesn't marry up completely to the next part. Do you see what I mean? So we're going to, I stopped putting the resin on just towards the edge of the piece where it's going to meet the other crack. Don't like saying crack so much. Oh, thanks, Hayley. I think the painting is beautiful as well. I told her exactly what I wanted and she just did an amazing job. I love it. I'll have to send you her. Does she have a website? I'll have to send her a message. If anyone's watching this that knows Sarah Fryer, send her a message and say people on the internet are talking about you. She's a really good body painter. Blondie. Oh, hi, is that Maria? How are you doing? So, I mean, this is kind of difficult because I don't know where you guys are. So I reckon I'm going to go for a 3 or 4 minutes from now. When you are, if you've got a bit of a blob sticking out the top, it will take a little bit longer, okay? We can add more of the Kintsugi resin to the cracks. What we're doing now basically just needs to stick the inside of it together. We can add a bit more for effect later on and to strengthen it up. But what we're doing right now is having a lovely, quiet bit of patience. I'm not very good at that normally. I'm a little bit impulsive and I'm a little bit impatient, but it's actually really nice to have to sit and be still. All the mindfulness stuff sounds great to me, but it doesn't actually really, I don't know, it doesn't really resonate with me. I'm hoping that this I think it is working. I mean, it is working, but it's weird when we were all sat here. Right, that's 1 minute for you guys. I think we're going to do 4 minutes to be safe. Okay, I'm hoping that you've all stuck your first piece together. You've got enough glue. It's funny as well, because when the resin is in the little mixer, you're like, well, I could just use that again. It's amazing how quickly it goes. It goes hard. But if you start messing around with it and it comes apart during this process now, you messed it up. So you need to be patient. Hi, Anania. Hello. How are you doing? So anybody that isn't doing Kintsugi, let us know what you're up to. Are you doing anything that's creative or positive today? Let us know. Has anybody logged in that is doing a different craft project today? Because that's what we're trying to do, is just get people to be a little bit more creative. Right, I reckon my first one, it's nearly there. You still have to be very careful with it though. Very, very, very careful. Because it is the most frustrating thing when you think it's stuck. You go on and move something else and it's not, and it comes apart and gravity just moves it, or it's the most annoying thing. Right, I reckon that's 3 minutes. How are you all doing? Are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling frustrated? Do you want to be getting on with something else? It's funny because we've done other crafts in the past. The macrame or the macrame. I still don't know which one. I always call it macrame, but I keep getting told off that it's macrame. It's definitely a, you have to join and keep up because we had a process. But right, I reckon that is good. So I should be able to then dust some gold onto this. I'm going to put it down very carefully. Please don't fall apart. I'm going to take my gold, and without touching the resin, I'm going to blob a little bit of this gold. Let me move this a bit. That's stuck to the paper a little bit. No. I'm going to move it so that hopefully you can all see it. I put a bit of the gold powder next to the resin, and I'm just going to push it against the resin so that it touches it without the paintbrush touching the resin, if you see what I mean. You can put a bit of gold on both sides. I would wait. On this paintbrush is still a bit hard. Might need. So lay. There we go. A bit of the gold on either side, and it will then stick to the slightly sticky bit of resin there. You can see it all falling off all over my laptop. There we go. Okay. Right, that is our first one done. I hope that you've managed to keep it together mentally and physically. And we're going to just sit that one there. So I reckon you guys should probably have another, I don't know, minute or so, just to be sure. You want to be super careful. And if you've got a piece where I mean, this one's quite nice because gravity will mean that it will stick together and it will sit there. Sometimes if you've got a piece, like if we were attaching this piece that we've just stuck together on here, when it sits down, gravity is trying to pull that down. So you really, really need to hold it on for probably longer than you think. Emery, just got the number 3 gifter badge. Thank you. Need your hair color. I get my hair colored in a salon, but when I want to top it up, I use a brand called Manic Panic. So yeah, the Rockabilly blue is really good, and fuchsia pink I love. And I just use some of these gloves, shove it all on, and I've got blue ears for a few days. Right, so when you have your hands free, when you've put on a little bit of the gold powder, and still be really, really careful with it. Please, please just be very careful. If it breaks at this point, it's so hard to get right. Right, as you can see here, this that I just led down has now stuck. This is how strong the resin is. And the resin is set because it's exposed to the air. Okay, so we're going to have to mix some more. Are we ready to mix more? Does everybody have their hands free yet? How's it going? Send us a load of likes on TikTok if you have, if you can. If you're watching on Spinx Art Inspires on TikTok, all of this will soon be moving over to my curiousoctopus.art page. So please do follow me on the curiousoctopus.art page. And the whole idea is that I send out a different craft kit every month, and we learn a completely different craft every month. And then we go online and we learn how to do it together. It's great for people who like to learn something different every month. It's great for people who have a million different craft projects on the go and don't ever finish them, as I do. Trying to find that sweet spot was hard with resin. Yeah, exactly. And this is why you have to almost feel it first, so you know what it feels like. But it's really tricky. But this is why I always do a little practice, so that you can try and find that little groove, you know. Right. Are we all good to move on to the next one? Oh, would you like to know what we're making next month? Or should we save that to later? There's some quiet. Ah, no worries, Diane. Hopefully you get a good night's sleep, and oh, your sticky won't stick. Have you got too much resin between the two pieces? Maybe quickly mix a little bit more. Don't put too much in and just then sit and hold. Sometimes if you've got a little bit too much, you need to sit and hold for a bit longer. Okay, I'm going to start the next one. Should we start the next one? it does take a long time, and you have to sit really still for quite a long time. Right, I'm going to go again. So this time I'm doing my big crack. Please don't anyone make a meme out of that. So I'm going to add, I actually probably don't need much more than what I did before. I got a bit excited, and it does go quite a long way, but now I have mixed more. You can pretty much fix whatever you want with this. I made my sister a sign for her front door years ago, and it broke in the kiln at a pottery class. That was probably, I mean, I was pregnant with my son at the time, so that was maybe 7 or 8 years ago. So right, I've got a bit more gold in there this time, but it's just sat in her house broken. So she now knows, once she's done this, she will now know how to fix it, and she can fix it with Kintsugi. Right, so I've got the next lot of resin. How are you doing, Sue? I'm going to get, like I said, put it all down the crack, but I'm not going to go right to the edge. I'm not going to go right to that edge, because this bit is where that other piece connects to it. So I'm going to stop just before that edge. I'm going to stop just before that edge, because this edge is where the other piece sticks into. Okay. Right. I'm adding the resin all the way down, not too thick. Are you getting fracture? Thank you, Hayley. Fracture is a much better word. See, you guys are all helping me. There's no haters here. I don't know what that other person said. Oh, that's a little bit more than I wanted there, but that's fine, because this is quite a big piece. Right, I'm going to go stick the next piece together. Are you all ready? So let's move this up. Did I just stick that to my boob? Okay, are we ready? I'm going to try and do it. Oh, it's so satisfying when it lines up exactly, and then it just squeezes out a little bit. I think I am going to... Oh, so this is a lovely piece to fix, because I can sit it on the table, although it may stick to the... Yeah, it probably will. So I'm just going to move it a little bit every now and again. So we're on 2018. I'm going to hold this until 2022, I reckon. If you've got a clock near you, just keep an eye on it. Make sure that you give it a good 4 minutes, I would say. How's it going, Sue? I hope that you managed to mix some more resin together and then sat still. Hi, Louise. How is everybody doing today? I've got 3.2 thousand likes on the TikTok. Gosh, I'm such a grandma. Thank you very much. I mean, it's action-packed, isn't it? I love, though, when this is quite a nice one. Sometimes when you have to sit and hold it, it's really, really tough, but this is almost supported by the base of the plate because it's only in 2 pieces. I have kind of given myself probably one of the easiest ones without realizing. So next month, while I'm sat holding this, next month, oh, hang on. I was just going to give a little tip, because the trick with this is to hold it still and to hold the pressure on, but without being too like rigid so you get muscle cramps. You don't want it to be uncomfortable. Right, next month we are learning how to make resin flowers. I have got some over there, but I can't show you at the moment because I've got my hands full. It is a really, really lovely technique where you make the skeleton of these flowers out of wire, and then you dip them in this resin, and you make these beautiful, colourful, stay alive forever flowers. Oh, hang on. Oh, that needs to stay alive. So I'll show you in a minute. I finished one just before we started the live. There will be different coloured flowers that we can make. It will probably be a surprise what colour you get, but everybody will be able to make these lovely little delicate flowers. They're so nice to make. It's really, really satisfying. And again, a completely different craft that maybe you've never done before. I'm really trying to, you know, I'd like to do crochet and knitting and cross stitch and things like that, but I'm really trying to find different crafts that maybe you haven't tried before. And that's the idea, is that we're, you know, when you continue to do things like this, the people that have been with me since the beginning, which is only December, this is a very new business, have already learned how to make a felt Christmas garland. They've learned how to make a lampshade, that lampshade behind me. Only some of you will be able to see that lampshade there. We've done lino cut prints. We've done macrame. We've done mosaics. We've learnt so many different types of crafts. Oh, and we've done glass painting, all in 6 months. And even though we've just done a very basic project with all of them, thanks Ayush, even though we've just done a very basic project, we've learnt so much, and I feel like it's just giving me, and hopefully you guys, a bit of a broader understanding of lots of different types of crafts. I saw something on Instagram today that was like, if you don't know what to make, just pick something, just pick one thing and stick to it. And I thought, I don't really like that. I've always done lots of different types of craft, and I've always kind of beat myself up for not sticking to one thing and not honing my skills and just in one area. You know, his hay fever is terrible. But why do we fight against these things? Why do we have to stick to one thing? We don't. We can do whatever we want. We're adults. So I feel like this is just the perfect business for me, and it's the perfect way that I can try different crafts every month, because why not? You don't have to be a professional at these things. You don't have to be a master. It's just really nice to do something creative and try different things. And, you know, where's the harm in that? So we are trying different things every month. And if there's something that you love, then you continue with it. You've got the tools and the knowledge then to start. Eventually, it'd be really nice if I could offer workshops to continue. You know, if you really loved one of the boxes, then it'd be really nice if you could then continue with a 6-week course or whatever. But it's a very young business, so I'm doing my best, and it is just me at the moment. So bear with me. But if you have any ideas, if there's something you'd like to learn, I'm all ears. I'd love to try lots of different things that you'd like to try. My dad sent me a picture today because my granddad was very, very creative, and he used to thanks, Zara. I'm really glad that you like the idea of the 6-week course. That is what I would love to provide eventually. So my granddad on my dad's side was very, very creative, and I always remember him drawing these little cartoon things in a box, in a little book. And I remember flicking through this little book, and it was really lovely. And he also did, you know, on the top of chairs, they've got those like crisscross patterns with little circles in it, because they've got all the different, almost like wicker. Is it wicker? It might be wicker weaving. So my dad sent me a picture today saying, how about this as a box? And I love it. So it might be quite a bit of research, but that's my job. That's what I'm here for, is to try and find these things. If you like it, then, you know, we can try it. I have done jewelry making. I actually made this this necklace, and no, this is sticking and gluing fibers. Well, it is tricky, Sue. Is it working for you, or is it a bit tricky? You can do it. You can do it. Are you getting frustrated? That sounded really patronizing. I didn't mean it to sound patronizing. I hope it's working for you. It is all just about the patience of staying really still once it's in position. I think that I may be missing a piece here. Oh, there is a little piece. So on mine, actually, this is a perfect example. So if the piece isn't in here, which I don't think it is, the good thing about Kintsugi, ask me when I move it, give it longer than you think then. If you're not sure, I would give it a good 6 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes maybe. And then cross your fingers, and then don't move it for a while. The good thing about Kintsugi, so if you can see this one, I'm going to hold this together. I have a little hole in mine. There's a little triangle where there's a little hole, and it doesn't quite marry up. It's about probably 0.5 centimetre, but that's fine. We're not going to be eating off these plates. They're more for decoration now. You can't put them in the dishwasher. You can't put them in the microwave. And also, see, this hasn't set very straight because we're making something by hand. So this is going to take a little bit of jiggery pokery to get it to stick and to get it in the right place. So I'm going to mix up my third and final piece of resin. Oh gosh, is anyone else suffering with hay fever at the moment? Mine is really itchy. Yeah, so my necklace is made with silver clay, and I really love silver clay. It is quite an expensive craft to do, so I would love to put it in one of these boxes. I'm not sure that I would be able to find the materials for cheap enough to be able to put them in here, but I will certainly have a look. And yeah, that is definitely one of the options. I'm going to add some of this gold to my fracture. Thank you, Hayley. I love it when you add the gold to the resin that's starting to set, and it makes it so shiny. Love it. And again, we're going to try and just add it to the left and the right. Try not to bash the actual bit of resin that's sticking out too much, because you don't want resin on your lovely paintbrush. Just want to push it up towards it. Don't worry about the excess for the minute. Don't try and clean that off, because you don't want to be messing around and bashing the thing. Ah, hang on, I didn't realise that said, I thought that said the website. Let me just change that quickly. Because obviously you guys need to know where to get your craft kits if you want to join Curious Octopus. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now you can all see. Okay. Right, I'm going to do my third and final. So I have probably wasted a load of resin there. Look at all of that resin that I haven't used. These are tiny little pots, but they will fix quite a lot of broken china. So if you want to go smashing all your china, you can. Right, we're going to add some gold, not too much. Sue, did you add a reasonable amount of gold? Because maybe if you have added too much, it might change the consistency of the resin. This is why you don't add too much as well. Hopefully you've nailed it now. Right, I'm going to do the last piece. So I'm going to get the smaller of the two pieces and the one that I did first. I'm going to do the bit of resin all the way down the fracture. Oh yeah, sorry, Penny. Insta doesn't say anything. I think it's just for the well, it should do. If you're watching on Instagram, oh no, hang on, yeah, Instagram. No, it doesn't say anything. I should probably just have a little sign or something. Right. Oh, there you go. If you're on Instagram, you can have a look at that. It's backwards though, isn't it? Oh, wow. Right. So I'm going to hold this on for my last piece. But I'm also... Actually, no, I'm not going to do the blob of Kintsugi gold yet. I am going to wait until after. Oh, it's so tricky to get the right, get it in the right place. And when you've, you know, even though you feel like you've got the other pieces dead on, it's so tricky to get it exactly in the right place. And this is where it's really hard but you might just need to hold it as close as you can. Get a good position. It might not be exact, but get a good position, stick with it and hold. Don't try and adjust it once it's stuck, if you know what I mean. So 2035, I'm going to hold this for a good 4 minutes. How are you all doing? Thanks for all the likes on the TikTok. Why do I keep saying the TikTok? Why am I such a grandma? I hope you're enjoying your Kintsugi. You see what I mean now about patience, though? This one is not sat perfect, but I'm going with it. I'm committed, and I'm just going to go with it. Hello, who's that? Lily. Lily spams. Hello, Lily. How you doing? Are you doing something creative today? Have you got have you got something creative going on? Hello, Photography Long Moose. Hi, Debs. Oh, you're so tired. You have exams. Oh no. Oh, one more left. I always remember my are you doing GCSEs? I remember doing my last GCSE on my birthday. It's my birthday on Sunday, and I remember doing my last GCSE on my birthday, being annoyed that I have to do an exam on my birthday, but actually it was great to do it and then be like, yay, I'm free. And then you've got all of the summer left. What time did I start? 2034? 6? 7? I don't know, I can't remember. Just going to sit here and try and be patient. Just not my strong point. Hello, Lulu. 35. Oh, I started at 35. Hey, Lucy from New Zealand. How are you doing? You've been in New Zealand a really long time now. Do you have an accent now? Got rid of your yay accent. Manchester joined. Hello, Manchester. It's definitely a more calm craft this month, isn't it? Next month will be less calm, probably. Bit more fiddly. I mean, this is a little bit fiddly, but once you're in position, you stick to it, hold it. It's quite satisfying though. It's frustrating and it's satisfying, but I think you'll find that when you do it again, you'll learn slightly more how to do it, how to hold the pieces, how to not move them apart. It's definitely a, you know, one of those things that you do it again and you kind of have a little bit more skill and knowledge on how to work. I actually was dreaming about this last night, about having the patience, because the first couple of times I did this, I held it for about a minute and then I got bored, and then I thought, I'll use that bit of resin, I'll just stick the next bit, it'll be okay. I ended up getting in such a mess, and maybe I should have let you guys do that for the first one. because I think you learn so much in your mistakes, and it is frustrating, but you get so much more knowledge when you get it wrong. You really do. So don't beat yourself up if this hasn't gone to plan at all. You've probably learnt more than everybody else. Lucy, no way. Yeah, coming on 13 years you've been over there. Crazy. Oh, nice. Are you coming home? You coming back for good, or are you coming just back for a visit? I loved New Zealand. Loved it. It was amazing. We were not there for long enough. I think I was there for 3 weeks. Yeah, it was beautiful. I'd love to go again. And I probably shouldn't like share all of the like what I'd like to do with this business, but I went to Italy last week and I was looking at all the different things that, you know, I just thought, how amazing would it be if I could be traveling and learning crafts and teaching crafts from around the world? So hopefully one day we'll be doing this and I will be teaching you lace making from Sicily or whatever. How great would that be? Learning crafts from all over the world. So that's the plan. If you want that to happen, keep supporting the business and I will get there eventually. Ah, oh, Lucy, you're back for 6 weeks. Lovely. Hope you don't get a load of rain. Although actually you're probably used to it over there, aren't you? It's quite similar weather, isn't it? Oh, I'm very jealous of you living over there. It's just so far away though, isn't it? I mean, it's like the furthest place you can get. Right. If it was 35, that's 6 minutes. I reckon we're good there. You can kind of see as well, if it's going to fall, the pressure that you hold gives a bit of a ridge of the resin. If that ridge then kind of becomes a bit smaller, or you can see the fracture, it's very likely that it's going to fall off. So this is what I mean. This now is being held on only by the resin and then the gravity holding it. So you've got to be really careful that you hold it for longer than you think, because you really don't want, after a couple of minutes, for gravity to just pull that off. Right, I'm going to mix. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to mix a little bit of extra because I have a little gap in my plate. Can you see that? Just there. There's a little gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a bit more Kintsugi resin. And I actually quite like this line here. There's a little bit of the resin that's stuck out and then I've covered it in gold and it looks really nice, that one. And it will look really lovely when it's cleaned off. But this one here, you see this one? Doesn't have much of the resin coming out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a little bit more resin. I'm going to use it to blob and fill in that little gap there. And then I'm going to use it, I'm just going to line it along the crack that has less resin sticking out of it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be super, I mean, these are extreme because this is what my kids did. So some of this has loads of extra resin on it. It's exactly what you want it to look like. So these ones here, this here, they've added quite a bit more resin to the plate there. But if that's what you want it to look like, I mean, they've also just got their fingerprints everywhere and made a right mess. But you know, that's kids. And how lovely that they've done something creative as well. So good to talk. Have a great evening. Ah, thanks, Lucy. Have a lovely day in New Zealand. Oh, hi, Sarah. Right, I'm adding my last piece, my last blob. Hi, Libby. How's it going? I hope everyone is having a lovely time. Let me know if you're struggling with anything. Put some gold in there. I've only used one of the, my brain just stops. Does yours? Is it just me? Is it perimenopause, or is it just my brain that just kind of starts talking and then just stops? Right. I've only used one wood stick so far, and that's fine. If you're on TikTok, carry on and give me a few more likes. That'd be really, really lovely. Right, I'm going to blob this bit. I might blob a little bit from the other side. Ooh, there we go. It's blobbing. The blobs are blobbing. And that will just give it a bit more. Oh, that looks lovely. I think gravity is going to pull that through. Oh, that's not the bit that I've just mixed. I went to dip it in and it just was absolutely solid. So I'm going to try and do this so you can see. I'm blobbing a bit, but I'm also then going to draw it along the fracture. So that, and this one doesn't matter too much that it's a little bit bigger, because we've got the strength in the original small bit of resin in there. Do you see what I mean? And that's why I said only put a tiny bit of resin between the two fractures, because you can do this after. If you want that little, the raised effect, you can do that at this point. So I'm just blobbing it along and then pulling it down. I'm going to try and do it so everybody can see. Bit of a blob and pull it along. Up here. Bit of a blob. Pull it along the crack. Fracture. And see, this bit doesn't actually match up with the gap, because I didn't want it to originally, because I didn't want that extra resin to be getting in the way when I then joined the last couple of pieces. Right, I'm going to put just a little bit more on here now to hold it together. And it's okay to have a big blob of resin. That's falling through there, but that's okay. And I'm going to do a bit on the other side as well. And you don't really need the underside to look as good as the top side, but if you want it to. See, this is starting to set already. But this will just give you a little bit more strength. Give me strength. So these will be great for plant pots. If you want something underneath your plant pot, you can put it up on your wall, whatever you want. So this is what it looks like in the end. And once that's dried a little bit more, I'm going to add a bit more of the gold. Oh, thanks, Penny. Thank you for a lovely evening. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Hope you're really well, and I will see you next month. Absolutely. See you later. Thanks, Eden Bay. You can get next month's if you want. We're going to make these. Oh, I can show you now. Would you like to see what we're making next month? So here's one I made earlier. I haven't finished it. It's halfway through. Well, I've finished one of them. What we're making is these. Can you see them? Resin flowers. So you make these skeletons of. Make these skeletons of flowers. And then you dip them in this resin. And then what we will make next month is, depending on time, 2 or 3 of these little stalks that will then go in this little vase. How beautiful is that? Can you see? There'll be different colours. I'll do it so you can all see it. Blankets falling off. But yeah. There we go. So if you'd like to learn how to make resin flowers next month, make sure that you have your box ready. I reckon I'm going to leave that because it's quite a thick piece of resin there. Actually, what I could do to test how dry it is test that. So that is quite sticky, but it's quite hard. So I reckon, yeah, we're probably good to add some gold powder to this now. I'll hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. Putting some gold powder on. And then I'm like just brushing it up next to the resin because it's not wet anymore, it's just a little bit sticky. Might be a bit more wet where I've blobbed the big bit where the gap was, but that's okay. Right, when this is dry, so I would allow, I'm sure it says 48 hours for it to be fully dry. When it is fully dry, all you need to do is get a cloth, like a microfiber cloth or a slightly damp cloth, and you just give it a wipe, and all of this lovely gold powder will easily wipe off, and you will be left something that looks a bit like this. And then we have repaired our broken pottery with gold. I really hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Hello, Balula. Oh, thank you for the likes. Keep them going. Oh, thanks, Diane. So yeah, once we've wiped that off, I'll put some pictures up tomorrow. This in the resin in here, I did use one of these before, and if you leave, I didn't actually do it. If you leave the stick in there, you can kind of pull it out. You might be able to reuse this. You may not be able to. See how it goes. After a couple of days, it goes so rigid that you can kind of peel it out, but see how it goes. I don't really like throwing things away, so if you can reuse them, then, you know, much better. Right, how is everyone getting on? Do you need any extra help? are you happy with your Kintsugi? Do you feel a bit more calm? Do you feel a bit more healed? Do you feel like you've embraced your, I was going to say imperfections, but I don't like it. I don't like the imperfection thing. I like, are you embracing your uniqueness and filling it with gold and celebrating how unique you are? It's cheesy, I know it's really cheesy. But this is what we're doing. I hope you've had a moment of calm. I hope it hasn't been too stressful. And I think we're good. I think we're done. If anybody needs anything else, please do let me know. If anybody has sat and done something different with their craft evening, please let me know. And I would love, please, 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 I would really love to see your finished Kintsugi. So please do take a picture and tag me and put it on your socials. I'd really, really love that. Please just, yeah. I mean, I don't want to beg, but I kind of am, because I really love seeing what you've made. So, oh, I'm so glad, Hayley. I'm glad you've had a lovely time, and I'm going to head to bed now. Yeah, let me know how it's gone. Please do send me your feedback, good and bad, because like I said, it's a new business. I'm doing this on my own. It can be a bit of a lonely time, sometimes doing all of it on my own. And there's sometimes you're too in it to see any issues. So I'm very approachable. Please do send me a message. If there's anything that you think could be improved, if there's any crafts that you'd like to learn, I'd love to know, and I will do what I can to add it to the list. I do have pretty much the rest of the year planned, but yeah, if you have any ideas or anything that you'd like to learn, please let me know. I'll add it to the list. I'll start the research and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, hope you have a lovely rest of your Wednesday night, and yeah, enjoy your day. Carry on doing creative things, carry on doing positive things. Please keep in touch and, you know, comment on my socials and things. It helps with the engagement, but also it makes me feel not so lonely that people are enjoying what I'm doing. So thanks a lot, everybody. It's probably going to take me about 15 minutes to log off from all of this, but yeah, thank you very much. Bye. Right, I'm starting over here. Oh, how do I do it? Bye. Bye, Balula. And goodbye.